Hey there, welcome to Boxing for Exercise. Today you're going to learn about the drop step, which is an important part of your lead jolt. Okay, so how the drop step works is you put all your weight on your lead foot. Ooh, and you lean forward just like that. Yeah, get that lean going. Almost no weight on your back foot, all on the front. Now the tricky part is you have to put all the weight on your lead foot and then lift it. So for like half a second, you're going to fall forward and then, catch yourself. Oh, looks like I'm going to give it a go. Going to try and do it. Now, you want to do this without giving any sort of tell. No indication that you're about to step. And I gave a tell. Oh, that's not good. Because if they can see that you're about to step, then they can catch you off guard, knock you out. Okay, gonna give it another go. Let's take a look. Try along too. All that weight on the lead foot. Getting ready to step. Getting ready to lift that lead foot with all the weight on it. Now you're probably wondering, why am I stepping like this? The answer is simple. I'm stepping like this, performing the drop step, so that when I throw my punch, or the lead jolt, all my body weight is gonna go with the punch. Because when you're falling forward like that, it puts all your body weight into that special punch, the lead jolt. If you're a lefty like me, then your lead hand will be your right. If you're a righty, then your lead hand will be your left, because you want your more powerful hand further back, so that when you throw that cross, you can put some real muster into it. But don't worry about that right now. Just worry about practicing the drop step along with me. Now watch, loading it all into the front foot, trying to put none to the back, and I'm about to take a step. Ooh, concentrating hard on that step, that quick step, to put all that weight forward. See if I can know when I messed up again. Too much of a tell. Next up, we're going to be covering another important subject, power lines. Now when you throw that punch, where does all the power go? It goes into them and it goes into your body. So, take a look at this fist. Strong fist, right? The question is, which of those knuckles on your fist should you hit with? Let's find out. This is a fun experiment. Put your hand up against a wall. Tell your middle fingers are touching it. Middle fingers touching, right? And now, take your extended hand with the middle fingers out, and you want to ball it into a fist, just like that. Should be a little bit away from the wall. Now lean forward, so your weight's on the fist, like that, just like that. Now try moving it around. Move your hand so more weight is on your top knuckle. Move it so that more weight is on the very bottom knuckle, the little one. What you might find is that you're a bit more stable when it's on the bottom one. But we run into a bit of a problem when we're doing that. Feels nice and solid, but the bottom knuckle is a very small knuckle, a very weak knuckle. It can't withstand the force of an impact. So what are our options? You could try to hit with the top knuckles, but unless you're a fancy Kempo guy, not the best idea. Too much of a risk of landing with only one, and that's no good. It's big, but it'll still break, which is why you want to aim with the second knuckle. Because if you aim with that, you're liable to hit with the bottom, the second, and your middle knuckle. That's 3, wider area, which means it's safer for your knuckles, more spread out, so you're less likely to break those bones. And you want those bones. Bones are good for punching. But how do you form that punch, that fist? It's a grasping motion, like that. Now, when you're getting ready to punch, you're going to reach out, and it's like you're grabbing an iron bar, as hard as the iron in your fist, and this is an example of how you'll stand. The rear one, closer to your face, your powerful one. My left for me, since I'm a lefty, it'll be your right if you're a righty. That one's 4 inches away from your face. The other one is farther out. I put about 8 inches away. Gives me more time, closer to the enemy. So I can hit him faster. I like it like that. Hands are half clenched. Boom! So you can do 2 things. You can throw out that fist, clench it tight, and the other one will unfold into a blade-like form, which is better for blocking. So they're half formed, half clenched. The one that you're punching with goes tight into a fist, a nice tight fist. The one that you're not punching with forms a knife-like blade to help with the blocking. We'll go over blocking later. Right now we're just focused on the punch. Okay, so this one is... I'm getting ready to punch. Watch carefully. Watch careful. Oh, and I just punched. You see? The drop step combined with the punch. You could practice this on the heavy bag. Yep. And watch me again. Watch me go. Watch me go. I'm going to give it a go now. Getting ready to throw that punch combined with the drop step. Yep. Getting ready to give it a go now. Oh, and I just did it. You see? Now there are lots of things you can punch. You can punch some mitts. Those are good for punching. You can punch a pillow. A pillow's good. When you're just starting to punch, it's important that you protect your hands. Wear some mitts or something, or else. What I like to do to protect my hands is put elastic wrap around them. Right here is some 180-inch elastic wrap. You can get online for cheap. Many ways to wrap your hands. You can find a lot of them on YouTube. The way that I like to wrap them leaves the palms open, personal preference. And one important thing is you gotta put some protection on them knuckles to keep your knuckles safe, because your knuckles are your money makers. If your knuckles are broken, you can't punch too well. You also want to wrap up that wrist, because if you break your wrist practicing to punch, then you can't really punch that well when you really need it. And yeah, if you don't have elastic wrap, but you want to start practicing punching, you got other options. You could borrow your grandmother's or your mother's or your gardening gloves. Gardening gloves are a great option. Just don't go too hard because they don't have a lot of padding. But you want to get your hands on some wrap if you can. 180-inch, 120 doesn't give enough protection. You want to get that 180-inch wrap. Comes in many colors: pink, red, blue, black. As you can see, I'm a fan of black myself. And as you're wrapping up, you gotta get good protection on the knuckles, good protection on the wrist, and finish up right there. The first 3 weeks that you're practicing, even if you try to wrap up those knuckles, you might skin them. You gotta be patient. Let these heal. Otherwise, they'll just get worse. Skin knuckles are a nightmare. Be safe, everyone. Get some protection. One more important note for when you're just practicing: don't get discouraged. The drop step, which lets you perform the straight jolt, is hard to master. It'll take hundreds of reps to get it right. I've done it dozens of times, and I still can't do it without giving a tell. You just gotta keep on practicing. People will say you look like a racehorse charging in there. Well, that's just because you're practicing big steps, so that when you take that 2-inch step after practicing that 2-foot step, it's gonna be natural, built-in instinct. And with that natural built-in instinct, you will be a killer. People will also say all straight punches should have a snap to them. You should turn your wrist. Not a good idea for this punch. You want to keep it straight, straight like the downward path of my hopes and dreams. Just keep on practicing, everyone. Critique is good, but first you want to get a good foundation down. And one more bit of advice: keep your eyes open at all times when throwing punches and when punches are coming your way. Trust me, because the punch you don't see coming is the one that'll put you out. Now good luck, everyone. Keep on trying. Don't give up. I believe in you.